Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this deck guide video, I'm going to take a look at Deathrattle Demon Hunter after the big balance patch in United in Stormwind. So Deathrattle Demon Hunter was one of the mid-range decks was already playable before the balance patch, and the balance patch made mid-range decks a lot better. So Deathrattle Demon Hunter is actually a pretty sweet deck to play right now. You can either play it with this traditional style with Illidary Inquisitors at the top, or you can also play the Felrattler variant, which I have already made a video of, where instead of Illidary Inquisitors you have Jace Darkweaver and a little bit more Fel spells. So some fairly minor changes. You have access to two decks that play a little bit differently, even though they also share many of the same features. If you choose to play this traditional Deathrattle Demon Hunter style, then yeah, you kind of can't play with Nesod anymore. Nesod is still too slow, so you need to top the curve at Illidary Inquisitor and Felsteel Executioner. That's just a phenomenal card for this archetype, because you corrupt it, it becomes a weapon you really don't want to play it out as a minion. And a 4/3 weapon, that just means so much damage going to face, when your face can no longer really be frozen in the current meta. The decklist really hasn't changed much during United and Stormwind. One thing is that I prefer to run 2 copies of Felrattler again, thanks to the Aggro Druid matchup. It helps it a little bit. It's still unfavored, but any bit helps. So 2 copies of Felrattler, which was only run in 1 copy for the majority of United in Stormwind. Other than that, the deck's battle plan has not changed. You still want your Razor Boars, you want your Razor and Beastmasters, you want to get these sticky Deathrattle minions on the board. You're just really hard to drive off the board. Then you have Deathspeaker Blackthorn coming on 7, summoning even more Deathrattle minions and other board, so you just cannot be driven off the board. And Felsteel Executioner bringing some damage, and Illidary Inquisitor bringing that final bit of damage. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're typically looking for your Razor Boar, your Razor and Beastmaster, your Tusk Piercer, so these sticky Deathrattle minions and ways to draw more Deathrattle minions, as well as your Farwatch Post, just an excellent card against all of these quest decks and like that, slow them down a little bit. Also, if you already have a good hand otherwise, then keeping something like a Deathspeaker Blackthorn can be an option, and also Skull of Gul'dan, if you can get it in a position where it's guaranteed that you can outcast it, so you won't end up having like Illidary Inquisitor next to it so that you can't get the outcast effect going, then an outcast Skull is still very powerful. And now, let's go take a look at Deathrattle Demon Hunter in action. Deathspeaker might be useful against them, right? They're not that fast. Quest Shaman. Okay. Well, that was a surprise. Quest Shaman, on the other hand, they can wreck some Deathrattle boards. Kept 2 cards too. Ouch. This can really hurt. This can really hurt. Because Perpetual Flame against Deathrattle Demon Hunter, it's pretty hilarious. For the Shaman, that is. Not so hilarious for the Demon Hunter. But it's pretty hilarious for the Shaman. Just wait and see. I have a couple of Death Set Cultists that are like the only thing that survives it. Lightning Bloom. Yep. Into a Lightning Bolt. It's expected. Conveniently unlocking the mana crystals. Oh dear. Here I think I need to hit face. Can take Toplasm out there. But mana is available again. This will not end well for me. Hitting into that was an option to put it to 2 health, so that if this is killed, then there's still the 2/2, which might then be able to kill the robes, but I didn't think that was optimal. Alright, Performer time. I can kill these wolves. Okay. Perpetual Flame is going to be so strong still. If they can find it. They might not find it, of course. It's possible. Now the Executioner, so that gives me some level of board control, potentially. Now I'm able to kill this Marshbone, for example. Let's see if they were able to find more Lightning Blooms. They're probably going to hit away the Divine Shield, right? They don't have a Lightning Bloom. Yeah. That's what I expected. I want the Executioner. I want the Neophyte, I think. I'm killing that one. Do I just kill the robes? And with which minion? I think I need to use the adventure to kill the robes. So it turns out that hitting in the robes earlier might have been useful. This might delay them a little bit, but they should still be able to get the elemental. On 7 I get the Death Speaker. Maybe it will help me. And maybe not, because Perpetual Flame is so good at clearing Deathrattle Demon Hunter boards. So if they find Perpetual Flame, I think they just win almost instantly. One of the most hilarious matchups to play as Shaman, this one.
No littering.
Ah, the Slugger. That's a lot of healing. It's a lot of healing indeed. Well, I do need to clean up this board. And destroy the healing minion there. Get these on the board. Pray for no Perpetual Flames. I don't want to hit next turn so that I can hit with the Inquisitor immediately. That's still kind of important. But if they clear this with the flame, then Death Speaker board might not be clearable. They don't get the Overload reduction anymore. Unless they have Overdraft in hand. There should be one copy of Overdraft in the deck. But that random card they usually don't have access to. It's pretty sweet. Oh boy, oh boy. They're still at full health, so Inquisitor would have to hit them many times. Hit them very hard. And no Perpetual Flames have been used yet. So, kind of ouch. Do they have another Serpent Shrine Portal? I have 2 random spells in hand. As well.
Nature waits for no one but me.
So they were able to draw the Lifesteal Elemental, because they found a nature spell. That's inconvenient.
You struggle against the inevitable.
Okay, well now I get to kill that one, and this one goes face. And I'm not hitting with my weapon because I want to use the Illidari. Now I know that they have a Canal Slugger in hand. And probably a Lightning Bloom. Or Serpent Shrine Portal. Well, that's also Lightning Bolt. There's actually quite a few. But like Guidance, Investment Opportunity. Perpetual Flame is not a nature spell, so I know that this spell here is not Perpetual Flame. Now there are also 2 targets that don't die to Perpetual Flame, so now it has potential to fail. But we'll see, it's a very difficult position, obviously. Very difficult matchup for my deck. Another random spell coming, so it could be anything. Getting a random 8-drop. Oh my goodness. Getting some goodies. They're bringing in the goodies. I still need to go with the Illidari. I have to sacrifice all of these 3 minions here. Well, that's tough, but it's life. Sometimes it happens like that. Because I need to go in with the Illidari. I just can't not do the Illidari here. Do you think Felrattler is better than this list? According to statistics, Felrattler might be slightly better. And they are very close. This is my own version of Deathrattle Demon Hunter. I'm trying to take a little bit more into current meta with double Felrattlers. But yeah, they're pretty even. There's no big difference.
The elements unbound.
Okay, spells coming in twice. 4 cards.
The storm is in me.
Okay, not many cards left. Alright. That can totally fail. If it hits here. It actually hit there. So this one is 16 damage. I have 18, I'm 1 off. I'm 1 off right now. Do I have any damage in the deck? And the answer is no. Not really.
I grow impatient.
We'll just have a little peek.
They did cast a spell last turn. But I really want to get rid of the instructor. And I mean, Inquisitor is going face, there's no alternative to that. I just have to push everything to the face here. Okay. 13 damage here. Potentially more coming. Hi Dave, thanks for the sub. And hi Diano. Alright, let's see. They have the Marshpawn, so that discovers 1 spell. Hatred. 10,000 years, you know. 10,000 years. Let's go. More. It's probably Razorbow first, right? And then Farwich Post. Be a little bit more threatening against Rogue. They're not drawing a ton of cards yet. They're Quest Rogue. Ooh. Well, then it's definitely Razorbow first, because this is going to be board-based. Alright. Sweet. Quest Rogue is a fun deck. Will be a tough opponent, but it's fun. Okay, that will pull the Ectoplasm. I can do Farwich Post, although Farwich Post against Quest Rogue isn't quite as important. I didn't feel like using Felsteel Executioner as a 4-3 on the board. Rather used it like this. I mean, I'm corrupting it next turn with the Peddler. That's the plan anyway. They're Shadow Stepping that? Or 10-wing it. Okay. But it can't kill the Farwich Post. That's the thing. So many Inquisitors. Oh dear. Time to play the Peddler. I think I need to trade the Tenwu. Keep the Farwich Post somewhat relevant here. Double Inquisitors. But they're a little slow in this matchup. Turn 8 is far, far away. Very far away. Turn 8 is just so incredibly far away in this matchup. Razorbow. Yeah, sure, we're jamming that on the board. And the Executioner. And we're hitting some face. I know that the Felboard doesn't have anything inside. But... the Razorbow. But this deck is... there's a considerable element of bluffing included in this. And confidently smacking that on the board signals to the opponent that I have something behind that. So they would be less inclined to trade. But in this case, they did trade.
Target Target eliminated.
You look like you in love with a good deal.
Can I survive the turn 8? I guess that's the big question. I'm 1 off next turn, so I need to trade this to work on getting to work on surviving to turn 8.
I grow impatient.
I'll have 9 damage on 8, so I need to hit face next turn. I'll have to hit face next turn, so that I will have enough damage with the Inquisitor.
A cruel fate awaits
And the
you
question is, can I survive 2 turns? Well, one of their turns after this. So that would be 8, that would be 16, 17 damage maybe. They wouldn't have much more mana. This is fine. Hit face, equip the Tusk Piercer. They don't have lethal with 7 mana from here. And I will have an Inquisitor coming. They won't have taunts. This will be a win. Now that I was able to remove one of the minions. If they had both minions, then I was a little afraid of a Battleground Battlemaster.
Care to make a wager?
But now this should be fine. There is a Scabs,
A cruel fate awaits you in the
but the Scabs shouldn't be enough.
strike.
Yeah, I was afraid of this if they had 2 minions on the board. But with just 1 minion, it's all good. And bow.